Hey everyone, this is Mariajosé, and I'm going to share with you some of my tips and tricks on how to record and create some digital content for beginners. So during sheltering in place, I've been working from home and I've been here trying to figure out how can I create some virtual programs? How can I create some digital content with not much experience? Now, don't get me wrong. Back in high school, I was always attached to my computer. I was trying to learn how to create all kinds of things. I used to code my MySpace and web pages that I would invent. But it's been several years and I don't know how to do that anymore. So this summer, I had to kind of rediscover how to do it all. And I found out really quickly that Googling, how do I create videos? How do I create content? How do I do a live program? That's just super overwhelming. So my tips and tricks are, number one, all you need is your cell phone. So a lot of times we're like, I need some fancy camera, I need some fancy lighting. What am I going to do? All you need is your phone. If you have a smartphone, it's 2020. I hope you have a smartphone. And if it's an iPhone, if it's a Samsung, if it's some other kind of smartphone that was made within the last 3 years at least, I say you're way more than good to go. Even if you have like the iPhone 5 and that has a camera on it, I think you're still good to go. So that's what I've been using. I do personally have a Samsung Galaxy Note 10 and I do have the selfie mode activated. That's what I'm recording on right now. And it does have a much better camera on the other side. But if you're like me and you want to kind of be looking at the frame and see what's going on while you're filming, it's a good option. If you have an iPad, you can also record on your iPad. So I have my iPad set up over here. It's also recording me on the side to get another angle, but you don't have to do all that. Number two, always create your outline. So create a brainstorm, visualize what you want to do. Are you creating a video? Is it going to be a video of people talking in it? Is it going to be just still images with voice behind it? Is it going to be no sounds at all? Or is there going to be background music? Are you creating a podcast? Are you creating just a slideshow? Or are you going live on Zoom and you got to have yourself ready to go? Create that plan, create the outline. What is your program going to be about? Create a script. So if you're like me, I like to just blabber on and on and on. And when I'm creating a program, I like to just kind of hash it out. Like just say it, like if I had a visitor with me right then and there, if I had a friend with me that I wanted to share a story with, I just go with it naturally. So what I do is I start recording there and I can write it out afterwards. Or maybe I'll just practice in front of the mirror, in front of the camera, and then just be like, okay, this sounds good, this doesn't sound good. I'm not the kind of person that can sit down and just write a whole entire script, memorize it, and then just boom, present it. That's not my style. I normally have my ideas, bullet points, and then I say it how I naturally would to a person in front of me, and then I type up what I actually said. So that's a helpful tip. I learned that also from Fatima. We didn't know what to call it, but that's just our style. That's how we do it. And number three, who else is going to be involved? If it's going to be a group project, make sure that you're planning this from the get-go, from the very beginning. Be on those shared documents when you're creating your outline. Be on that shared drive. Where are you going to store your files? Where are you going to send your videos to? Where are they going to be stored? I've been storing our videos on a Google Drive folder so that we can all see it at the same time. We can put our pictures in there. We can put any kind of information that we need in there and open it across devices at all times. If it's going to be a lot of people involved, it's going to take a lot more time to get it together. So people's schedules are different and people's levels of familiarity with this digital world is also going to be varying. So just take into account that it's going to take a lot of time. So with that said, take into account your accessibility needs. So for accessibility, we are making sure that everything has a transcript, everything is subtitled. If there is a lot going on visually, we need to audio describe it. So if I am going to be like Fatima was making tortillas in her video, we're going to say what we're doing as we're doing it. So Fatima was like, I'm going to grab the masa, I'm going to roll it in my hand, I'm going to clap it from one hand to the other, that kind of thing. If we're just sitting in front of a virtual background or in front of like just my living room right now, you can start the video off by saying like, hi, I'm sitting in my living room on my sofa while sheltering in place. I'm wearing my white t-shirt and my computer glasses, that kind of thing, so that we can paint a visual picture without them having to see us. Another thing that we will have to take into account is also like if there's any text in our videos or virtual content, we want to make sure that it's legible, make sure that it's the right size. Another thing we can do is make sure that we have images that are not super heavy. So if it's a picture of a landscape, that is usually more friendly, but we can also audio describe that. Like if we have a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge, we want to say there's a Golden Gate Bridge during sunset at Christie Field. If it's a lot going on, too many people, too many things in the image, it might be too much to audio describe, then maybe we shouldn't be using it. And we don't want to like overfill our text heavy images either. So the way that I add my subtitles for accessibility for my videos is once I have my full video complete, I upload it onto YouTube unlisted, and then I use the YouTube's closed caption editor tool, and they auto generate captions for the video. Of course, they're all in lower caps. There's no punctuation. There's nothing. And oftentimes there's many mistakes. So even my first name, it won't capture it. So I have to go line for line, watch the entire video and subtitle the whole thing and make sure that it's correct. But once that's done, you save it. You save it as an SRT file. You can download that file in case you need to upload the video somewhere else and upload that file. There will always be your corrected closed captions. So now tips and tricks on the actual filming. Please, please, please always film landscape mode. Always film horizontally, however you want to call it. Please do not film vertically. It is so hard to edit videos when they're vertical. I know we're accustomed to holding our phones vertically, but it is a pain to edit multiple videos and have one be vertical with a bunch of blank space on the side, or maybe I have to cut it like real close. So always film landscape mode, not portrait mode. And other than my cell phone and some good lighting, some other equipment that I use is I do use a tripod when I record. At this moment, I have a brand new phone holder, and it's a very simple like clamp with a stick and something that holds my phone like this with the light attached to it, and you can find those on Amazon. But what I've normally been using is just a tripod that holds my cell phone, and I'll either use some window lighting, maybe I'll have some reflectors if it's too dark in my house. I've been using some regular like dollar store sun blocking reflectors from the car. They're like these big silver plasticky things, and I just put it in front of my window and angle it in a way so that it will reflect light into the house so that I can have more lighting if I don't want to turn on a bunch of lights. Another thing that I use is a backdrop. I don't have my backdrop on me today because I'm sitting on my couch, but if you want to just use a regular solid background, a white wall is fine. And make sure that you have yourself either centered. You can always turn on the guides on your camera. There's some guides on the camera. They're just like little crosshatch things to make sure that you're using the rule of thirds. I know that sounds like a fancy term. Either center yourself in the center of the screen or do it interview mode. Make it more like you're off to like 3/4 of the screen. Make sure you look at the camera and not yourself on the screen. I know I do that all the time. For audio, I would suggest making sure that your environment is quiet. If I always do like a public service announcement, I'm gonna film right now. So if there's people who are in the house making noise, have them help you. Have them turn off the TV and come help you hold the camera or press on and off. They love to have a part in the process. Now moving on to post-production, what do I use to create my content? I have been using my iPad primarily to edit my videos. So how are you going to create your content? So once you recorded it, you stored it, your friends did it too. We got all this stuff together. We know what kind of accessibility needs we're going to have to take care of. And we audio described our content. We have all that ready to go. Now, how are we going to put it together? So the way that I have been creating my videos is through Adobe Premiere Rush. Now, I got started with the free version, so if you have a computer, you can download it. If you have a cell phone or an iPad, you can download it. However, it is free for the first 3 videos that you can export. If not, you can keep making videos, but you won't be able to export it from your devices. So there is a premium account. You do have to make an Adobe login, but the Adobe Premium account will give you unlimited exported afterwards. It's $9.99 a month. I ended up getting it because I'm creating so much stuff while I was waiting for the official Adobe Premiere Pro app on my government computer. Now, Adobe Premiere Rush is super user friendly. You can just drop in your pictures, your videos. You can cut the videos to where you want it to. You just drag it, and you can add some background music if you've got some. Make sure you find some royalty-free background music. If you're going to make your graphics, if you're going to add text and stuff, I prefer to make the graphics beforehand. So I use canva.com. It's super easy and it's free. You can log in with an email address, and I upload my pictures on there. They have beautiful templates that you can edit and create your graphics and then upload them into your video on Adobe Premiere Rush. If you do have an iPad and your iPad came with iMovie, that's another alternative. I did start making my videos with iMovie, and that is free if you already have iMovie installed on your either iPad, or if you have a MacBook computer, if it's already installed there, it's free and it's also super user friendly. It's really easy to use, and that has unlimited exports. So that's another option if you don't have Adobe Premiere Rush. But Adobe Premiere Rush, I really recommend it. It's just, you got to pay for it once you finish your trial run. So after that, once you have all your stuff together, you can always send it to somebody to review, or maybe it's just gotta get published and stuff, but it's always good to have that extra eye in case you miss something. So once you created your content, once you created everything, of course, social media, you have to create social media posts to promote your content. So I have again been using canva.com, and it's Canva, like canvas, like a painting canvas, but without the s.com. And on there I have a couple templates that I've already created, and I have my like favorite colors that I use, my favorite fonts that I like to use, and I just change the picture and I download the social media post and then schedule it to post on our platforms. Also send it to some other partners who might want to share it too. That's my basics on filming and editing and making that plan and collaborating with other people. Since we're just keeping it simple, we're just using our phone, we're just trying to get our content out there. I know you can do it, and I invite you to just get out there and create some content, edit it together. If you have any questions, you can always contact me, and let's see how we can create some more beautiful projects together. Thank you so much. Send me an email.